Growing up in Chicago, winters were very long for me. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, and I remember going to school in snowsuits and getting maybe a solid 4 months of good weather. And it didn't bother me when I was young, but as I started to get older, I noticed that the winters would just take everything out of me, to the point that a lot of days I'm supposed to be getting up, getting my workout in, and heading to the office, and I would just not even want to get out the bed. So after, I don't know, hitting like my mid 30s, I really started to think about relocation. And every summer growing up, my dad will take us to Daytona Beach. So I always loved Florida, but didn't really know anyone who lives in Florida. And I started to really do my homework, and my husband was on board. Our oldest sons were heading to college in 2018. So it was like, we got to make the big break. So we came here and we started looking for homes, and we've never looked back. And I'm telling this story to say that the reason why my energy levels were low and I didn't want to get out of the bed was because I wasn't getting any sunshine. And I love sunshine. And apparently my body does too. One of the reasons that sunshine is so helpful for us and just gives us that get up and go is because it gives us vitamin D. So, as a psychiatrist, you all know that every day I am working with people who may be having struggles with their brain health. And when I am here in Florida, I'm still seeing people in Illinois. And just like clockwork, a lot of them start to tell me that they feel depressed and they feel down and they don't have any motivation. And it's like, well, sis, you haven't seen the sun. Of course. I mean, it's like a plant that needs water and sun, right? So when you think about vitamin D, I want you to think about protecting your brain from Alzheimer's. Vitamin D helps with our digestion. Vitamin D not only comes from the sun, but also from food sources, liver, mushrooms, different options there. But one of the best ways to get your vitamin D is through sitting in the sun. And some people use what are called SAD lamps during this time of year. It stands for seasonal affective disorder, basically means your mood is affected by the season and not in a good way. So I want everyone to take this message today and this tidbit of information. Sometimes your emotional functioning is directly correlated to where you are positioned. Okay. If you're in the shade, you might feel a bit on the shady side. But when you're in the sun, everything shines bright and your body flourishes. And moving away from my hometown that I love so much and will be there this year. So don't worry, summertime shy will be in full effect. But it's one of the best decisions I've ever made for my own mental health. So I wanted to share that and encourage you all to utilize the tools in your toolkit. If you need a sad lamp, hit me up, info@drgettings.com. I know y'all coming out of winter. I may be a little too late on that, but they do work. Enjoy the rest of your week.